President Trump is demanding a meeting with the so-called Ukrainian whistleblower to clarify the accusations against him. In a series of tweets Sunday, the president says he deserves a face-to-face meeting with his accuser under U.S. law. He says the whistleblower misrepresented his phone call with the Ukrainian president in an inaccurate and fraudulent way. He adds Congressman Adam Schiff took the falsehood further by making up contents of that call. The president says Schiff committed fraud and treason, while the whistleblower sources may be spying on the White House. New reports reveal the original whistleblower form had been doctored to allow for second-hand accounts less than a month before the leaker accused President Trump of wrongdoing. One America's Chanel Rion has more from the White House.
Another piece of the Ukraine story crumbles for the Democrats in what appears to be a growing correlation between disintegrating evidence and Democrat passion for impeaching President Trump. In this latest development, federal documents reveal the whistleblower form was altered the month before the complaint against Trump broke. This alteration was no small detail. The form, officially called Disclosure of Urgent Concern, was found to have undergone a mysterious secret revision in August. The original form required that in order for a whistleblower to be considered a whistleblower, they had to have first-hand information. Fast forward to the new whistleblower form, the bold letters "first-hand information required" was gone. Under this now missing bold headline was the following requirement. The IG cannot transmit information via the Whistleblower Act based on an employee's second-hand knowledge of wrongdoing. This entire section of the form was outright removed and under opaque circumstances. The so-called Ukraine whistleblower was ultimately found to not have heard the information firsthand, but this alteration of the form allowed the individual to come forward as a, quote, whistleblower. Veterans in the intelligence community say when a policy this big is altered this drastically, it is no coincidence. The next question becomes, who would have overseen this mysterious change? Cue CIA Director Gina Haspel. Not only would she have known of the change in the document, CIA veterans tell me Haspel is very likely to have authorized the change herself. Haspel has long held suspicious ties to one of President Trump's most vocal critics in the intelligence world, Obama CIA Chief John Brennan, a reported Muslim convert and a liberal communist. Brennan is one of Trump's most influential haters, vocally expressing his disdain for the president almost daily. It turns out now CIA Director Haspel was handpicked twice for Chief of Station London by John Brennan himself. A second posting is highly unusual in the diplomatic world. Her time as station chief in London coincided with the manufacturing of the now infamous Steele dossier, right there in London. Another rabid anti-Trump former intelligence member was the FBI's Peter Strzok, who made multiple personal trips to London. Intel community notes that this too was highly unusual for a person of his position. Underlings were usually tasked with such trips. Inside sources say that Haspel and Strzok would have had a working relationship. But the anti-Trump connections don't end there for Haspel. Two of John Brennan's main three lieutenants, known as his closest aides, are now working directly for Haspel. One was pulled out of retirement to be placed on her team. As Congress and the public start questioning the suspicious circumstances surrounding the Ukraine leaker story, some members of the intel community say it is only a matter of time before some not too coincidental connections could reveal the CIA's role in a potential conspiracy to oust the president. Chanel Rion, One American News, the White House.
We're learning new information about Congressman Adam Schiff's involvement in the Ukraine scandal. One American News obtained a government document Sunday showing Schiff sent a House Intelligence Committee staffer to Ukraine. The trip took place from August 24th to the 31st, 12 days after receiving the whistleblower complaint, and the same week Schiff posted his tweet about Ukrainian military aid being withheld. Schiff authorized the travel on July 22nd, prompting the trip, in which the staffer met directly with former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko. The trip was sponsored by a think tank funded by George Soros where the co-founder of the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike is a senior fellow. The president's personal attorney is facing a potential subpoena from Democrat lawmakers as they investigate President Trump's contact with Ukraine. In an interview Sunday, House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff said he intends to force Giuliani to hand over documents. This comes amid an investigation into the whistleblower complaint, accusing Giuliani associates of reaching out to the Ukrainian president's team. Giuliani says he won't testify before the House about those claims as long as Schiff chairs the Intelligence Committee. Trump administration officials are reportedly planning an effort to battle the Democrats' push for impeachment. The president's advisors say they will not leave calls for impeachment unanswered. The impeachment counter-effort is reportedly being prepared by acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney and White House counsel Pat Cipollone. The plan is expected to focus on the president's policy achievements and rally his allies, including Steve Bannon. President Trump says Democratic Party officials have started a war against his cabinet.
We're fighting to drain the swamp, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And you see why we have to do it. Because our country is at stake like never before. It's all very simple. They're trying to stop me because I'm fighting for you, and I'll never let that happen.
The Trump administration's plan could be unveiled as early as today.